another up close video. Today's one is for the Tonic die set Shopping the High Street, which is part of their Cyber Week celebrations for 2023, and this is the first day of the celebrations. And if you want to get hold of this die set or any of the other die sets throughout the Cyber Week celebrations, there will always be affiliate links in the description box below my video. But for whatever reason, if I don't have a video or if one's late going up, you can use any of my links to take you to the website and buy anything from the website. You don't need my specific link to take you to the product. I do that for your convenience in the description box, but you don't actually have to click on a specific link to take you to this die set to be able to purchase it and support me. If you just click on any of my affiliate links to any of the websites that I use them for, you will be supporting me by then placing your order. And you can already have been shopping on the Tonic website, for example, have all of the stuff in your basket, come over, see this die set, think, oh, I want to add that to my basket too. Click on the link to this. It'll take you back to the Tonic website and everything will still be in your basket if you're logged into your account. And then you can just add this in and check out. And I really do appreciate you using my links to place your orders, because it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it really does make a difference to me, especially this time of year with the Cyber Week celebrations and everything going on. So I really do appreciate you using them. And I know quite a few of you do already use them, and I'm very, very grateful to you. So thank you. So let's get into looking at today's die set for the video. So this is called Shopping the High Street, and it's actually a gift box that has a gift box inside a separate outside box, and the inside actual gift box spins. And I'm not very good at explaining things, so I'm going to show you one of my samples that I've done. So basically there's a gift box, which is this part, inside another box, and when you put this one in here, you can spin this and you can see the different scenes through the windows. And you've got multiple different window types, and you've got tons of different scenes in here as well. I've done this one, so it goes all the way around the middle piece. It goes bakery, ice cream shop, bakery, ice cream shop. So when I've put a window in every other place, it's then like a circular building that's all a bakery, or if you twist it one way round, it's like a circular building that's all an ice cream shop. So I've kind of done it as a two sort of featured building, but you can put different ones all the way around. So the other sample that I have done in different colours, it's got a kind of like a bookshop, it's got just the garden table, it's got a sewing shop, it's got a gorgeous scene showing a bicycle, it's got a toy shop, and it's also got a plant shop as well. So I've used 6 different scenes on this one, so you can kind of play around with if you want it all to be one scene or if you want it to be different scenes. And I also think it would look fantastic if you put photographs inside there as well, and you could have a spinning kind of carousel with photographs going around it. I'm just going to go and see what Pumpkin wants. I'm back after a quick game of fetch in the garden with Pumpkin. So, where was I? So I think I'll run through first all of the dies that you need to create the inside portion of the box. So this piece that has all of the shops on it, this main portion, I'll show you all the pieces for that. So for the lid of that, the piece that kind of stops it from sinking back down inside the box, you actually need 2 of these and then 3 of these pieces, which are the sides that go all the way around this hexagon, and you'll create a complete little platform, which again could be useful for other things. It could be a 3-dimensional little canvas piece that you could put lots of them together and create some kind of honeycomb bee-themed piece of artwork in a hexagonal tessellating pattern. So you could do something cool like that, or just for this project, that is how you create that top portion. And then the main side pieces where all of the shop panels will fit onto is this portion, and you will need 6 of these to go around the hexagonal sides, plus you'll also need this hexagon, which is the base of this as well, and you also use this to cut the hole in the top of it to turn it into the gift box, so that you can actually get inside it and put your gift inside there as well. So those are the pieces that you need to create this portion. And then to create the outside of the box, you need, so we're now talking about this portion of the box, which could be a box in itself. You could do something different for the top. This could actually hold a house plant, maybe not cut the windows in, but use the scenes and make them solid behind there. So maybe you could layer up a couple of the pieces and have the scenes behind the windows, but make it solid on the inside, so that then you could have a pot plant in there and look really nice. But the main pieces you need to create this are two of these again. One of them is solid for the bottom, and then one of them you need to cut this piece in, which cuts that circle out, which allows the inside box to fit in there and spin around. And then you also need 3 of this piece, which gives you the 6 sides of the box as well. So really simple build for this one. And when you're adding your windows in, if you want it every other panel to have a window in, then make sure all of your pieces are the same way around and always die cut on the same side. So if you're die cutting on the side that hasn't got the glue tab, then on all of your pieces die cut your window on the side that hasn't got the glue tab, or vice versa if you're die cutting on the side with the glue tab, so that they're always in the same position all the way around. Otherwise you might get 2 next to each other if you've cut them on opposite sides of your panels. But those are all of the main dies to create the outside of the box. And then you can see just how many other dies there are in here. It's kind of like this is the main die set, which gives you kind of like garden scenes with like a wrought iron table on the patio, or countryside scenes where there's a bike in the foreground or a little village in the distance. And then the add-on set gives you all of the shops. So you've actually got a toy shop, an ice cream shop, a plant and flower shop, a bookshop or furniture shop, a sewing shop and a bakery in the sort of shop scenes as well. So a nice lot of different hobbies or interests that you can like tailor make this to for the recipient. And also in different die sets throughout the years, we've had tons of different plant dies, tons of different baby dies, we've had ice cream dies, cake and bakery themed dies, sewing themed dies. So all sorts of these have uses to combine them with other dies from your stash as well, which is fantastic. So you can really sort of maybe add other elements in these solid panels as well, rather than just using what's in the set. You can bring in other pieces too. Sorry, I keep getting disturbed. I think the last thing I said was about the pieces to construct this base piece. And I should also say, in this kind of like shop add-on sort of element or selection we've got here, you also get this little awning. So you don't have to use this awning, but you have it in there to be able to create this kind of shop sort of look. It can be like the place where you're going to have your tables and chairs outside of a bakery or a cafe or something, or it can just be, you know, a pretty accent really to bring in some more colour to the outside of your building. But it's a lovely extra little die to have. So you have this little awning piece, plus you also have a decorative panel to go on that as well, which we know Tonic are always brilliant at giving us extra decorative panels, whether you want it to be from a pattern paper or a solid colour, or whether you want to put the decorative detail in there as well, and even paper piece back in different colours. Maybe make it like a really fun ice cream shop or bakery with lots of bright colours on there as well. So you've got that piece. Then you've also got 3 different windows. So the window that I have used on both of mine, I'll just get a magnet, because it was my favourite, is this gorgeous window with the arched top and then all of the decorative pieces. This you could turn into a stained glass window as well, so you could do a different kind of themed project with that too. You can turn it into a stained glass window, but it just looks lovely as a gorgeous opening, and it gives some nice structure to the box still as well, because you've got that middle support on there. But there's also the curtain version without this kind of fancy bit at the top. It's more just like the straight bars up to the top, but this gives more of like maybe you're looking inside a home rather than a shop. Perhaps you're looking more like inside a home. So you've got the option with curtains, which you could, if you wanted to, cut out of different colours and add other curtains over the top, maybe like patterned paper kind of curtains. You could snip off the outside pieces and have some little curtains on there, or you could maybe cut the aperture into the front of your box, cut this piece into a larger piece of card, cut it again from patterned paper to stick the curtains on, and then stick this behind the aperture so that it looks nice and neat and you're not having to worry about the outside edge of the curtains as well. You could do that kind of thing too. And then you also get, in the sort of like shop window portion, you get this one as well, which gives you a little table and chairs. So again, outside of like the bakery or the ice cream shop, you can have like a little table and chairs outside, and you could use this by itself to have a nice open window so you can really see what the shop looks like, or you could combine it with either of these and have like the little table and chairs outside the window, but then you've also got the crisscross pattern on the window as well. So you've got all of those options, plus you have the outside panel to cut that out too. So if you want to have your building in one colour and your window frame in another colour, you can cut this out like that. If you didn't want to do what I was just saying about the curtains, you could cut these two together and just have the curtains on the outside as well, or perhaps cut them with this outside piece, snip away all of this stuff and just have the curtains and put it behind one of these windows as well. So there's so many different ways of using that curtain aspect on there too. So you've got that outside archway to cut those out. Then for on the outside of the box, like I showed you on this one, you can also have this piece to go around it as well to give you the shutters, which can again be for a house or it can be for a shop, whatever kind of purpose you want it to be for. But you've got this gorgeous piece, and this actually cuts out the interior as well, and the interior piece that it cuts out is the same size that this die would cut out as well. So when you cut things out, you have this bit left. You can then use whichever window die in the piece that falls away from this, and you can recess it back in or use it on a different project as well, which is nice. So you're not going to be wasting that interior piece that falls out, so that's brilliant. Then to go around the edge of those windows, you want obviously your panel for the sides of your box, and we've actually got two different side panels. We have got one with this dotted detail in there and one that's just a straight cut edge, just plain, so you can pick whichever one of those you want to use. And then to decorate this and to kind of like amplify up around the windows, you've also got this decorative panel that you can cut into there as well. And then I actually just cut the window out of the centre for this one, so that it kind of layered on top. And then I also used the waste pieces from different panels for the other one to cut the window frame, put them back in, if that makes any sense, if I show you what I mean. So I cut this outside piece like this with the just the solid archway piece inside it to create these portions with the silver cardstock for this one. But then I had the fall away piece from the centre of this, and I then used a window die, and then I recessed it back into these ones that I had cut the middle out of. And then I didn't actually use the craft ones, but I used the black ones from the window shutters back on the other one as well. So you can really play around with where you use all of the interior pieces that fall out as well. So that's like the decorative panels for the window portions. Then the rest of the box, if you don't want all 6 of them to be windows, you want something to decorate the sides here. So you have this gorgeous panel. It's really finely detailed with these bricks, and they actually are brick outlines. But if you wanted to, you could keep some of those interior pieces and add them on as well. But it's absolutely fantastic, this one. I've done it tone on tone here and left some of the pieces in because I thought it gives a different kind of look or texture to it. And then on the silver and grey one, I did poke all of the pieces out on that one, and that's the fine detail of the bricks that you get on that. So you've got that gorgeous brick side panel. You also have the top panel for the bricks as well. So on the top of the box, you can also bring the brick detail into there too and add that on top. This doesn't have an outside cutting edge, so you need to use the small hexagon die that you use to make this opening here. And also, while I'm talking about this opening, I should tell you the other details about this too. So you also have this die in there, and the instructions tell you to cut 5 of these because you put them inside there. You can see that little scallop scalloped edge poking out. So they're actually stuck underneath this frame to stop that lid from falling all the way in. They're just giving you like a little stopper to stop the lid from falling in. So that's what that piece is for. It's not really that clear in the instructions where this goes. You can just about see it on one of the diagrams, but that is where this piece is designed to go. Then, to attach this back in, because you're actually completely cutting it out, you have a little hinge. So that's why you only need 5 of those scalloped pieces, because the hinge goes on one side. So you've got the hinge to add your hexagon lid back on, and then you also have your closing mechanism here as well. So like a lot of Tonic dies, they have this sort of little closing mechanism that you can put like a rolled up tube of paper through. You could put a little bit of a bamboo skewer, you could put one of those tiny little padlocks that you might have got in a cracker through there, or you know, all sorts of different things, just a ribbon or twine through there as well. And you have this long piece that sticks under that lid, which I then stuck another solid hexagon on there to hide it. And then you have these 2 pieces which stick back to back at the hole there, and then they stick onto the top of there, and then it lines up perfectly just to go over the top there. So that's your closure mechanism. Then, next thing, let's go the side of that top piece. So you actually have 3 different pieces to decorate this side piece here. I used the brick on this one, and I used the sort of like, almost like chicken wiry kind of pattern on that one. So you have those 2 which have their cutting edge on them, which I absolutely love, because it means that the detail goes right up to the edge of your little panel. So there's no need to stick 2 dies together to get the outside edge to go with that, which is lovely. And then you also have the plain rectangle. So if you're doing pattern paper, specialty cardstock, if you want to mat another colour behind these, you've got that separate rectangle die to do that as well. Then you have also got the, let's go with the other decorations. We'll leave all of the panels until last. So for other decoration wise, you've got a tiny little selection of flowers, and as we know, Tonic loves squeezing these into their die sets, any kind of little flowers, foliage and bits and pieces. So have a look through what you already have to see what you can combine with these as well, to give a different look too. Or if you have any of those like pre-made paper flowers, or perhaps the kind of like little ribbon flowers that often have like a couple of leaves that go on them as well, just from like sewn up ribbon together. They look fantastic, and they could decorate these really, really nicely as well. But you've got these flowers in there to be able to do a flowery decoration straight away. And you also have these 2 gorgeous bits of foliage, so lovely like silhouetted versions of leaves all sort of clustered together, and this one's almost like an ivy kind of design as well. We've had a few gorgeous ivy designs in the past, so if you have any of those in other die sets as well, you could definitely combine them with these. And there's also, coming up later in the week, in one of the sets, there's some beautiful swirly foliagey kind of pieces that would work really nicely on this as well. So you can definitely mix and match across the sets that have come out this week, or that are coming out this week. Then you also have a sentiment as well. So this one says, "You are truly the best." So a really nice sort of font, block capitals, and then a gorgeous scripty truly word in there as well. And you also have the bubble to go around that too. So you can do that in 2 different colours, or you can do like black onto vellum, or white shadowed with black onto vellum, whatever you like for your kind of sentiments as well. And then for the panels that come in like the main set, you have the rectangle to go around them. I kind of wish they'd given you a couple more rectangles in this set, but maybe they couldn't fit them in with the amount of metal that they'd given you. But you have the rectangle on here, that is the perfect size to cut around all of those different panels. But again, actually, a rectangle is so easy to cut on your paper trimmer. If you were doing tons of these and you wanted lots of the rectangles, you could always measure this, cut them with your guillotine or your paper trimmer, and then die cut into them as well if you wanted to do it that way too. So there are ways around only having one rectangle die for the outside too. But the patterns that we get in the main kind of set is we get this one that matches that outside piece with the bricks in there, but it's already got foliage built into it, this one. So you've got bricks and foliage. So if there was maybe you just wanted one window in the outside piece, but you still wanted the rest of this to be decorated, but you only wanted one main thing to show through the windows, you could have just plain sides for the rest of it as well, just with the bricks and the ivy. You also have this one with a gorgeous bushy tree up here, and then like a wrought iron table with a couple of wine glasses on. So you've got that option as well. You have got this one here that's got a lovely like lantern or outside light here. You've got a village in the background with smoke coming out the chimney, a little tree and a picket fence in the foreground. And then you've also got this gorgeous one with like fairy lights going up here, a path, or it could be a river perhaps, with some trees and then a bike in the foreground. And you could make this festive because these could be fairy lights, or you could make it like regatta or something as well, and they could be fun coloured kind of like regatta lights too. So any kind of occasion that's not a shop really, all of these ones work for. And then moving on to the shop kind of add-ons that you're getting, you have got all of these different designs here. So I think I'll just hold up the magnet for this. So this one is plants and flowers. Look at the gorgeous little cactus in the middle. And then you've got the fork and the trowel and everything on there. I think, did I use absolutely everything in the end? I almost used all of these panels. So when I show you all the projects close up, you should be able to see the majority of these cut out. But you've got the gorgeous plants and flowers one. You've got the ice cream one. I really like the ice cream one with the cones stacked up, the pots, a couple of sundaes there. It says ice cream, and then a gorgeous like icon or logo here as well. You've got a toy shop with a little hot air balloon. You've got balloons, a teddy bear. You've got building blocks and stuff. Really, really pretty, that one. You've got a bakery with cupcakes and like a French stick and a birthday kind of cake, all sorts of different bits and pieces in there. You've got a sewing shop with some bunting, a sewing machine, a mannequin, some rolls of fabric, and then you've also got this one here, which I think could be a bookshop or a furniture shop really. It just says open there, so you can turn it into whatever you want it to be, but it could be selling light fixtures and frames, or it could be selling books. It's kind of got the options for both. And then the final element is this little ornate open sign, so you can have this coming off the side of your shop and have the little hanging sign that says open, which I think is really lovely. Because I'd used the awnings on all of mine, I couldn't actually get that to work anywhere, but I think it would look absolutely brilliant coming off the side. And if you put it on before you put the awnings on, then they would work together, but I'd already stuck them onto there, so I couldn't really fit that underneath them because they'd already stuck down. But those are all of the dies in this gorgeous Cyber Week set. So I'll put all of those away and I'll come back and show you in more detail the 2 samples that I've created. Okay, so these are the 2 that I created, and both of them are the gorgeous gift box in there. And I did do both of them alternating colours as well, because I've done them both as 3 windows. I thought it's quite nice to have alternating colours. So if you have it like this, it's a light background with a darker detail, and then when you twist it, you have the dark background with the lighter detail showing in all 3 windows at the same time. And then with this one, I did the pink as the ice cream shop and the purple as the bakery, and I alternated them. So it's either all in purple bakery mode or it's all in pink ice cream mode, which I just thought was a nice way of doing it. But you can definitely cut the windows in every single one if you want to. You could just cut it in one if you wanted to as well. Maybe it's more of like a decorative thing and you have a different thing on all of the different sides, and you can just turn it to one and have the one window open in there as well. But you can kind of do it however you want to really. So let's have a close-up look at what the bakery looks like. So you've got the gorgeous little bakery scene with the debossed bakery word. You've got cupcakes, the French stick in there, and the gorgeous cake as well. And then you've got the ice cream shop, which says ice cream debossed into there. And then you've got the cones, the cups, the sundaes, and then the gorgeous little logo there as well, which I definitely think you could snip out and utilise for other projects too. So this is that portion of this. And this is actually reminding me of something as well. I'm not really sure what it's reminding me of, but this could be something in itself as well, without even having the outside box to it. Just having a box with this like slightly larger top piece to it, you could turn that into something different as well, or even have it up this way for a different kind of idea too. So, you know, there's lots of versatile pieces within these three-dimensional die sets that you can do other things with. And then all of the ones on here are alternating dark on top of light, and they also have a glitter card shadow on them. So we've got the toy shop with all of those gorgeous details in there, and little debossed details too. We've got the gorgeous like little park scene, or it could be a river or a path running through the middle, the bike in the foreground, and then the little fairy lights at the top. We've got the sewing shop with the mannequin, the sewing machine, and the rolls of fabric. We've got this gorgeous scene that could be in a garden, or perhaps like an outside restaurant or something, with a gorgeous wrought iron table and a lovely big tree. We've got this one that could be like a furniture shop or a bookshop, and it just says open on that one. And then finally we have the plant and flower shop with that gorgeous little cactus in the middle. And again, we've got so many different bits and pieces from different Tonic die sets that you could elaborate any of these themes with, which I think is really lovely. And you might even find some other decorative panels from different Tonic die sets that would fit perfectly on these. I haven't got the time to go through everything and find out which panels do fit, but I'm sure if you love this and want to buy it, then when you get it home, you can have a look through your different die sets and see what different things would go really, really nicely with this to add to it as well, which is lovely. So those are the two inside pieces, and then for the outsides of them, this one I went with a grey cardstock outside, and then all of the detail is in the silver pearlescent cardstock, and then the ivy is in textured green, I think that's grass green, and then also one of the iridescent mirror cards as well. And then I've done a little turquoisey kind of awning on there too, just to bring a little bit more colour to the outside and kind of mimic the colour from the insides as well. And then I've used the shutters on the 3 windows for this one. And I've done this by cutting the window die into the panels. Like I was saying before, make sure you're always cutting on the same side of the panel. And then I've also cut the windows out, and then the piece that fell out of the sort of shutter window piece I then used to cut the window die again, and then I recessed that back in to give a black window frame on them as well. But you could have put any colour in there. You could have gone with turquoise to bring more of the turquoise in, or you could have used one of the other window dies as well. It doesn't have to just be this one, it can be any of the different window dies that you've got. And then for the other one, I went with craft card. So the base is craft card, the detail panels are craft card back on top. So even though it's tone on tone, it still adds a nice sort of shadow effect, so you can still see that beautiful detail. And then for this one, these are the fall away pieces from cutting out those detail panels on this one that I then used the window die to cut into there, and then I replaced them back over the top of the craft cardstock windows that were showing through. And I've used a little grey awning on this one to kind of go with my silver window frames too. And this has also got gold in as well. It's kind of like silver and gold mix up, but I've actually done this top portion of the box in the gold, majestic gold pearlescent cardstock, and then the central hexagon is from craft cardstock with the detailed one back in gold over the top. So, oh, and I've also used the "You Are Truly the Best" sentiment on this one. I've done a few in purple, a few in pink on the top and the sides of the box, and I've also added lots of flowers to this one as well. So you've got mostly just the ivy on the other one, and then ivy and flowers on this one as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this up-close video looking at the Shopping the High Street die set from Cyber Week for Tonic for 2023, and this is the first of their Cyber Week sets, so stay tuned for the rest of the week. I don't have all of them, I haven't got the Black Friday one, but other than that I have the others that are launching, so enjoy a few extra videos this week. I'm not doing tutorials for each of them, I'm just doing the up-close videos, but hopefully it'll give you a little bit of inspiration of what you can do with all of these gorgeous dies. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!